Guys, welcome back. YouTube, welcome back, welcome back. It's 9:17 a.m. right now here on the East Coast. It's the 27th of April. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. And, right now there's a bit of an overcast outside. It's the perfect day to be inside trading. It's always a beautiful day. You guys know that. So let's jump right into that watch list. Let's copy and paste the watch list over from the Discord and jump right into it. Feels good to be back, right? Feels good to be back. Our watch list, though, isn't as strong as I would have liked to see. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Our watch list, though, isn't as strong as I would like to see. Sky Guy, what's up, man? What's going on? Wildcard Wednesday. I think it's Wildcard Friday, but we'll go with it. I like it. We'll go with it for now. Ichimoka, what's up? Hambone, Caesar, HK. HK, what's going on? Steve, man, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing all right. Darnell, I see you. EB, what's up? So we got 30 people tuning in already, guys. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let's jump right into the watch list. So NUTX. Now let's talk about this stock for a little bit. Yesterday, it's pushing up. It's pushing up. It's pushing up. I saw it hitting the scans, maybe even as early as $6. But this is the story. Friday, I was down $2 at the end of the stream. I came back, finished the day down 15. That wasn't good. And I came back. I took a decent amount of trades, but just churning shares. And so Monday, I'm green $60 to end the stream. I come back. I finish the day down $70. So you can see the theme. I'm going deeper into the red. Yesterday, I'm up $420. Right at the end of the stream, I take a $70 loss. I'm now up $350. And so I'm telling myself, hey, you know what? Take this green day, run like hell, don't come back. So when I saw this thing moving up, and I saw it early, I'm pretty sure that first hit that it hit the scans probably was around $5-6. I saw it again later. This time it was around 7. I'm like, nope, not doing it. To come back and see this thing go to the moon to 1375, man. It's kind of crazy because last week I was coming back a little bit. That's why Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were bigger green days actually, because the morning was a little slow. Came back, saw momentum, had that $1,500 trade on CVM. So I would like to think, looking at the charting, I could have done something here if I had started with small size early and gradually sized up as I gained a cushion. I think we could have really done well, but there's no way of telling because the price action, I didn't watch it play out live, so there's no real way of telling. But I would have liked to think I could have done well, maybe another 1K day. But today's a new day, and what I was telling myself, at the very least, this will bring about momentum, and that's all we want to see. Momentum. Can we see momentum today? Can we see strong moves with follow through? So NUTX, I think it did its job, and realize that the daily chart, once again, is very similar to the daily charts we've been seeing. Stocks curling up from all-time lows. We saw this right here at the beginning of January and into the end of December last year, right? Last year coming into this year. And what was said in the chat was that this is a sign of weakness. So I would hope that's not the case. Can we see things picking up? Can we get those better daily charts at all-time highs instead? Because we definitely don't want another slowdown in the market here for the small caps. But anyhows, moving into some of the technicals today, we're curling back up slightly from the lows. We had lows of 720 or so, plus or minus. Right now, we curled back up a little bit. We had highs of 995, but it is dipping right back down to 9. So, it's definitely on the backside. There's no question about it. And you guys know, for me, I usually like to see the first daily candle to make the new high if the stocks do hold up. How likely is it that this thing curls all the way from these levels at the lows back to the highs for yesterday's level? Very unlikely. It's so rare for this to happen. I would say, like a 1% chance. Usually we see something like this, maybe, and then, lower. If it does hold sideways, then tomorrow we can see the daily candle make the new high at this range, and then maybe there's a retest of the highs, but we'll have to see how it goes. So that's NUTX. Moving on through the watch list. You know, yesterday I had to let the discipline prevail because at the time I saw it, I saw it at like $8. I think the spreads were just too big. I for sure would have had a hard time scalping it without question, because I did see the price action at that point in time. So VIVK, next stock on the list. Right now it's up 75%, currently at 316, but well, what was that? No, 86%, up 86%, currently 319. It's a pretty big percentage jump, or is my thing not updating properly here? My level 2. 5.4 million shares of volume, 15 million shares outstanding. We know that float is on the lower side, which is good. But if we look closely, we'll see that we pulled back all the way from levels of 550. So that's a big pullback. We didn't really hold our gains as well. You know, if it had held 450, that would have been much better. To drop all the way down to 276, you know, essentially giving back half of the move already. How much more can this curl back up? And so when we switch over to Thinkorswim and we look to put some pivot levels in place, right? We got VWAP at 62 right now. Let's see. The first pivot area that I'm seeing is around 410. That area looks interesting. 410. And once we break that, 438. A bit of a level to watch, assuming it can curl back up, right? That is assuming it can curl back up. And then, of course, pre-market highs at 551. So, you know, we'll see how this one does. There's a headline. The daily chart does look pretty good in terms of all-time highs. So we have a bit of an ABCD, essentially. But we got to retake key levels around 385 and then $4, 420. So we'll see how this one plays out. This is why we like to see the stocks holding a little higher. Let's put a better trend line. Let's go for blue this time. Fun fact about me, blue is actually my favorite color. So, you know, any one of you guys get me a gift in the future, blue, 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 right? VIVK, so moving on. Let's see, next, COSM. Up 126%. So, you know, usually when we have a hot day coming, stocks are up like what we're seeing. 75%, 120%, and usually we get something that goes crazy. So it's a good sign, but, you know, also the daily charts could have been a little bit better. This one right here is below the 200 EMA. That is around 339. Let's see, pre-market high is right now 292. Okay, not bad. We've pulled back to levels of 240 right here. So can we curl back up? Let's see. Over the 200 moving average, there is some room to the upside. Going up to 450, which is not bad. So let's see. What is our 5-minute chart looking like? So we had an ABCD. And now retested highs at 92. Double top and rejection. So this is not good. Double top and rejection at 92. So that's going to be a big level. We'll have to see if it gives the red to green back over to VWAP 250. And can we slowly consolidate in an uptrend, make our way back up there. And, you know, if it flags and we get a bit of a pivot against that level of 290, maybe we can see the break through the level. That's what I'd be looking for on this one. So COSM, what will it be? Can we curl back up to the upside? So I'll have my share size set appropriately for each stock. VIVK, let's make sure our share size are set. COSM and SKYH. SKYH is like a hard maybe. It's from yesterday, but I don't know how well it'll do today in terms of follow through. We can see it broke the 200 EMA, but it's pulled back from 12 down here to 10. So more than likely, this one is not going to be in play. NUTX will be the one I'm watching to the open. I'll also be watching at the scans to see what else we get. And so for the opening statements, AFIB, you know what? I'll put this one up here. AFIB, it's up a decent amount. Why not? For the opening statements, guys, it's another beautiful day. Here we are once again. Looking forward to doing, my best today when it comes to managing risk and being the best manager that I can be. That will never change. Every day, that'll always be a constant, right? So on top of that, assuming we all studied up and reviewed our trading, whether rewatching a video or, viewing the recaps of even different traders to see how, with your trade style, how it's meshing up. There's different ways to study, right? So no matter what type of studying you did, right, that's the point I'm trying to get at. Let's make sure we apply what we've been learning into our trading today, right? What we've learned from the last couple of days, let's apply that stuff into our trading right here. So if we know that we need to be more aggressive to pull the trigger, right? Pride yourself on on pulling the trigger if you see that A quality entry, right? If you had trouble over trading yesterday, let's make sure we walk away, right? This is our chance to improve. As the 2-minute warning is going off, that's our chance to improve, right? So whatever it is that we've noticed, let's look forward to putting those changes, right? If you had a really great day yesterday, an A+ day, of course you're looking to repeat that type of performance. So let's continue to work. Here we are, another beautiful day. I feel good. I feel green. I have my share size set, NUTX. This one is currently at 930. We could go for about 1,000 shares. We'll probably reduce size if it looks very choppy. And if that's the case, we're probably not going to be trading it anyway. So we'll see what we get here. I'm hoping something hits the scans that's really strong, or one of the stocks right now. Let's say COSM can rip through that level of 290 and just take off. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully the traders are still aggressive from NUTX. Hopefully the bears are a little on the hesitant side after such a big move, and we can get good follow through. So for those of you tuning in on YouTube, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you are a new trader viewing on, consider subscribing. Moham, what's up? Checking in from India. What's going on? Mohan, what's going on, man? Good to have you here today. So LMD, Victor, Mr. Thoughtful, Darnell, Gus, good to see you back. Ro, what's going on? Sky Guy, are you guys ready? Loverin, Cameron, I looked at a video from a few months ago, and the Mighty Scalper was asking if you're Ross's brother. I thought it was pretty funny. Daniel, what's going on? So 15 seconds to the open, guys. Let's trade smart. Let's trade setups. Here we go. Let's get this thing pulled up. There we are. Another beautiful day. So as usual, I'll start the day with a sip of water. You guys will see my routine is absolute every day. You got to come into the market feeling good, man. Feeling ready to dominate. So NUTX, a little bit of a sideways start, nothing crazy there. COSM currently moving up a little. VIVK seeming like it could give a push over this level here of 35. It could be worth a watch here. VIVK, the VWAP is at 56, so there'll be some room to the upside. I'll watch it, but with a very, very tight stop, knowing that it is the first 2 minutes of the open. VIVK. My chime is still on because my volume is not muted. Look at that. It's going to jump all the way to 38 for that 10 cents. So let's see if it starts to... the spreads are a little crazy. I'll take a 10-cent trade in there, though, which is good. Green is coming in at 27. I didn't even realize the price moved up so fast. But it's rejecting the VWAP, though. So at 54, which is what we saw yesterday on... which stock was that? SKYH, I think. NUTX, possibly at this level right here as well. Let's see how well it starts to hold. It's breaking over 36. We got a high of 45. I want to see how well it can continue to hold these levels here. 36. Watching it. We could see a push through 50. And there's a quick scalp. Hope my fills are decent. Can we hold 50 for NUTX? It's holding high. Okay. All right. So I'll make 1 cent now that I'm looking at the trade there. It looks pretty decent. NUTX is curling up a little bit, but how strong will it be? That's the question. I might need to get aggressive here early if it continues to push up like this. Seems smooth so far. So let's see if it gives the 1 minute pullback. High of 83. Watching 80 for an entry if it does want to continue going here. But the spreads are opening up a little bit, so maybe that pullback is going to be a good idea after all. There's 50. Can we hold the $0.50? Get that red candle and then get the new high. High of the current candle, 65. Yeah, it's looking decent so far. Can we continue to hold 50? 45, 31. Not quite. And VIVK is making the new high at 37, but seems like it's getting rejected. Okay. So NUTX, and you see, so you know, it's like I probably could have been a little bit more aggressive on these first two candles because the move was pretty smooth, I would say, all things considered, from 36 all the way to 70 or 80. You know, it's you know, 50 cents of potential if I'm to be more aggressive on the trades to get right back in and not even wait. But you know, being a little hesitant considering the daily chart, but it's back down, so we'll have to wait for better opportunities. Right now, AFIB, maybe if it gets over that level of a 123, AFIB, it's currently at 118. High of day is at 129, so it'll be a red to green if that happens. There's a bit of a triple top right there. CYN getting called out in the Discord. CYN. VIVK has potential, but right now it seems a little weak. Well, let's look at it over here. I'm pretty sure CYN gave a move yesterday. Yeah, it's pushing up. Oh, okay. All right. It's moving up aggressively, actually. 63. If we get a clean pullback, I like it. The 200 EMA is at 413, so there'll be some room to the 200 EMA. But let's see how well it pulls back and holds its levels. VIVK breaking the VWAP, but rejecting. Watching CYN. Over 360. There could be something here for the new 1 minute candle. But that's 30 seconds out. 63 is high of day, so let's see what it wants to do here. I want to see some clean price action, high volume into that new candle. If we're going to see a bit of a 3-bar play. 54, 53, so there's, well, I wouldn't say too much of a downside spread, but you know, we'll have some range. 49, volume. Volume is a little high on this 1 minute candle. So are we going to see a bigger pullback? Low was at 49, 48. Everything else kind of selling off. NIO is moving up. NIO, but let's see, I believe that one's a higher float. CYN is a little tricky here. The 5 minute does look good though, so you know, let's see. Well, volume, I'll wait for 63. Let's not get caught in the spreads here. Watching for 61, 62 on CYN. But we need more volume. We need bigger bids to be coming in a little higher. It might flag for a little longer is my guess though. But I'll watch it very closely. Anything above 60, I want to be long for the push to 65, 70, 75, 80. 80, which is yesterday's high. Here we go. Is it a fall? Well, there's a buyer coming in 56. I'll be back in at 63. What is it going to be? It's a little choppy though. I'm holding because that big bid is there, but it's not really pushing up, so I'll come out flat. I'll be down 60 bucks there. What else do we need to give a good push through the highs other than, you know, so I'm not really liking that didn't go to 70, 75. 69. It's such a delayed breakout, but it's still not strong though. Yeah, I'll leave that one alone. There's no need to be. Maybe, I don't know. I don't like that it didn't give the move right there. I feel like it's the best situation. You see how this buyer's being aggressive here? He's walking up the ladder. It should be ripping. Come on, man. I hope it's a real order. If it is, it's a really good sign. Kind of in, then I'm out. Losing about 5 cents total. I don't want to mess around with it to churn shares at all. Yeah, those shares are getting filled. This is a real buyer, so it's a really good sign. Some people will take the dip right there at 62. See why? What is this? Let's see. NUTX. I'm disappointed. I would have expected it to rip right to 75. Once that bid came in, I'll give back 60 bucks. So right now I'll be hands off all the way around. Can we see something else with some more strength, some more follow through? I also got in a little high because, you know, as that volume spike came, the volume is kind of rushing in. So as I'm buying, trying to get in at 60, I'm in at 63 for the first trade. So I take a couple cents loss. Seeing the big bid at 56, I buy back immediately because now there's a very safe backstop. Over 80 at yesterday's high. Will it move a little bit more smooth? But I have my doubts. VIVK is pushing back up. VIVK. If that one can get above the VWAP and close above the VWAP, it looks very good. For those of you watching on YouTube, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's one of the best ways to support the channel. I think the break on CYN of 80 will happen, but I don't think it'll be a very smooth move. So I'll be leaving it alone, and I'll be watching on. There's buyers coming in here. What is it going to do? Can we see a push to 80? VIVK, you know, oh, there's 84, 88. How else is it going to continue? Right now, I'm kind of just trying to decide which one is going to be the one. So far, so good. Will it start to take off? All right, I'll get ready to get back in if it starts to take off here. Okay. Wow. Very impressive. But a false break of 4. Very impressive indeed. More volume is getting into it. But we need it to move smooth. If it's smooth, I think we can see something here. Uh-oh. See that topping wick that's forming? That cannot happen. VIVK, I'm switching back to this one. If it holds above the VWAP, I want to be involved. 37, 35. The spread on this one, I think it looks good here though. I want to be long if it can break and hold 50. Can we hold? 47. Hmm. 62 is high of day. That was a losing trade. Wow. 62 is high of day. I don't know what my fills are like, man. What's going on with these fills? I'm not, the way how I'm trading recently, I don't even look at my fill. Like the way I'm looking at the level 2, and based off of where the level 2 is, that's where I'm thinking I'm getting filled. At least. I think it looks good over 55, man. If it can flag right here, it's not going to be a sudden spike through, but I think this thing is looking pretty good. So watching VIVK for a possible breakthrough 55 for that test of high of day. We got to be careful because there is a bit of a spread to it to the downside at times. We're dropping off a couple of cents. The new 5-minute candle's 2 minutes out, and 55 will be the entry. The other one, CYN, is making new highs. Okay, 15, 18, 25, 6 on the bids, 2 on the bids, so it's like breaking out and then pulling back very aggressively. Still watching VIVK. I think it might be stronger, you know. Waiting for 55 here in the next 30 seconds. It might be getting ready. Okay. Come on, come on. We can do this. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Red is coming. Well, it's holding 49. I'll wait. I'll give it a little bit more time. I'll probably watch 57 for the long. I think it looks good. There it is. Can we hold? It's holding, so I'm back in. Oh my goodness. Think or swim. Think or swim. Think or swim. Do not, man. You see that lag right there? We can't afford to have that happen. Jesus Christ. Let's come down to 1 share. I'm going to miss entries. Well, it seems like it's working. Man. 70 for the heist. It doesn't rip right through. And it's back down. That cannot happen, man. That lag there cannot happen. It seems like it's all right here, though. Hmm. 75 for the high. Here we go. It's so choppy, though, man. It's like it's showing that it wants to give that push, but then, you know, there's a bit of a spread to it. It might open up, so I want to get back in at 80. Not ripping, though. 82 now the highs. It's holding very high up. So it might start to rip. It might start to rip. Watching. It's still going. I'll give back something there. Being a little too aggressive, holding a little too long. Alright, let's wait for the pullback. That was the chance to go to 410, 415, but it seems like it needs to pull back. Don't want to get too aggressive and give back profits, churn too much shares. But just like it's continuing to hold high, so I'll probably wait for the break and hold a 498. Big seller, it's ripping right through. Can it hold? It's holding. Come on. It's a delayed breakout. It's still going. Alright, maybe I'm getting too aggressive. I'm not really seeing gains there, though. Kind of just churning shares. The spreads are coming back down. The way how it's pushing up, it's kind of telling me it wants to go. But over 420, it'll be very strong on the daily chart. Like, extremely strong. So I'll keep trying, though. But we got to be careful because it's extended. So we got to be careful for a big drop. Okay. Watching to get back in again. I want to get back in because it's at a key daily level right here. But it's so extended, we got to be very careful. Waiting for that volume spike. Waiting patiently. Can we continue to hold 4? Is this it? Churning. Jesus Christ. The first 1 minute candle is at 18. Didn't mean to do that, but let's see. I've churned shares to last like 10 trades. It's holding 4 really well, but I don't want to approach it as if it's at the lows because we could still flush down to 380. But watching 420 very, very closely. There's still buyers, but there's 87. Okay, I was very aggressive there, very aggressive. But I think it was the right thing to do. The stock was kind of showing the signs that it wanted to take off and give like a 50, 60 cent move. Watching it here. Waiting. Be careful with the spreads. I want to get back in though. Once we get up to 15 and 20, I want to be long. I think it can open up to 440, 450. It has the potential, it has the signs, it has the looks. Waiting for that surge of volume. Can we get like a 50,000 share bid? Waiting. It's a little choppy. We do not want that false breakout there. Take another loss, a big one. NUTX red to green, by the way. See, now I'm kind of hesitating because, I've given it so many stabs. It's at the level. But it's not going. It's like, are we getting shorted? Could be. This is such a key level. This is blue sky setups. It's why I'm so aggressive, by the way. Blue sky setups on the daily chart right here. at 420. But I've given back too much profits. NUTX, big red to green. So I'll wait for it to break and hold above 420, and then I'll get aggressive again. Can that one get halted up? We do not want to see a false breakout, NUTX. Both of them are kind of at the key levels. Well, I guess NUTX, you know, giving such a big move here. Let's see. Highs of 1005. NUTX highs of 1005. Let's see how well it pulls back. The other one seems like it's struggling. I hope it's not going to sell off because, you know, blue sky is over that level 420. There could be dip trades right here for NUTX. At 960, I didn't go long, but it's bouncing up nicely. Look at that. It's halting at 52, it looks like. I should have took that dip trade, man. For those of you who watched that dip trade video, that's the exact example of what we need to look for. I wait for a pullback on that one. It seems like that's the one to watch now. This other one not really doing much. Jeez Louise, man. I'm disappointed though. I got very, very aggressive there. Didn't really, you know, get up to like 5, 6, 700. It's pulled back to that level of 66 again. It might double bottom. The first 1 minute candle to make the new highs at 1007. CYN is also attempting a small red to green. NUTX, what will it be? VVIK is back up again. And I don't like that both of them are moving, but is it a false breakout there? It looks like it is. The other one here coming back to VWAP. I missed the entire red to green. Like I saw it late. You know, kind of being occupied by the other one and kind of maybe being a little too aggressive. But seeing it late and not getting to capture any of that big green candle. But the first 1 minute candle to make a new high is at 988 if it wants to hold the VWAP right here. Should I be watching 988? I would like to see this end as a small green doji right here. VIVK unfortunately rejected the highs for that blue sky setup. It goes to a high of 23, I believe, and then slams back down. VWAP, we got lows of 44 right now. Can we continue to hold above that level? We're seeing buyers coming in right there. 20,000 share bid at 36. I'll watch the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. Right now that's at 70. Okay, a couple cents. Will it continue to hold its levels? Very good. Man, what are these fills that I'm getting today, man? Jeez. I'm looking back at my P&L after the trades, and it's like nothing is happening to my P&L. I gotta when I do the when I watch it back, I'll see. But jeez, we got a high of 991. I know I'm using Thinkorswim in market orders, so you know can't complain. Watching 991 right here with volume for the break of 10. Ooh, a flash of red. I'll probably have a lower fill there. I'll see. Waiting. I want to get back in still. The new 5-minute candle's 2 minutes away. It might happen then. That VWAP trade would have been a good trade, but you know it's not really aligning with the previous pivot, so I wasn't really too interested. But it bounced up nicely. As you guys know, I don't like the second retest of the lows, so I wouldn't get in if it drops down there now. What a day, man. What a day. I'm not really pleased with my trading, or maybe I guess I should say my result so far. I feel like I should be bigger in the green. The new 5-minute candle will be here in a minute and 15 seconds. As long as we can continue to see this bottoming wick here, I think we look pretty good. For those of you watching on YouTube, guys, we have 402 people watching on. I do appreciate everyone tuning in and supporting the channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing. I go live every weekday morning. And as you guys will see, I love to trade momentum. I love to scalp. I love to get in and get out for some for small capital gains, right? That's the real definition of it. So we'll see if we can continue to scalp on this NUTX here yesterday. You know, I didn't trade it on that big move. So today is going to give something else, something more. We're retesting the VWAP. Will we see big buyers coming in again? VIVK is back at 99. For me to get involved again with that one, it has to break and hold above 420. I don't like the retest of the lows, but it's back down here. Will it hold 40 and curl back up? Some traders will get back in, add back, or take a new position. Here's a new 5-minute candle. So 70 coming up a little bit. We got to be careful of this slight spread that's in there. Might be a little too soon. The new 5-minute candle still up there at 92. Arcane, bipolar market. I agree, man. Things are a little crazy. There's 72. I'm watching for 90 for the entry for the 5-minute candle to make the new high, and then a retest of high of day 1050 if it's really strong. So ideally, I can be in it at 985, let's say. Out at 10. Let's see. What's it gonna be? More volume, more buyers waiting. Waiting for volume, more buyers. Okay. All right. And I'll get back in above 10. Can we hold above 80? 80 could be a level as well, but above 10 might be a little bit safer. Let's see. Oh, we see more volume. We need high volume again. 75. the stocks are ripping through the whole dollar, so sometimes waiting for it to break and hold might not make sense. It all depends on how this one plays out here. CYN, we could see a bit of an ABCD. AFIB, not looking too good. And UTX, I'm waiting patiently to get back in. See how it rips through the level? But it's not holding above it though, so that's not good. That'll be a false breakout. I'm in at 94, out at 01. A good volume spike there. This other stock is not finished yet. VIVK. It looks like it wants to break over that 420. Pivot was at 404. It's currently 408. But if it gets above 420 and holds above, let's pull it up. This other one is pulling back. VIVK. If it gets above the level and holds above the level, I like it. There's 12. This time I'll be a little bit more careful. Not going to be as aggressive. I'll wait and wait for my time to strike. So 408 by 410. Where are those bulls? Come on, we can do this. 15. Do I hear 20, 25, 30, 40, 18? But back to 09. I haven't been this excited whilst trading in a long time. I kind of feel... I feel a little nervy almost, you know. It's like, I don't know. I feel so aggressive right now. Like, I'm just... But, you know, we got to contain that. We don't want to be trading wild. So recognizing it is important and being patient for the right setups as the new 5-minute candle will be here in 1 minute. So VIVK in 1 minute. Let's see what it does here. Hands on the buy button. As long as we don't get a false breakout and it can get above that level, because it can consolidate and pull back a little bit, but that wouldn't be bad. Just no flushes. Can we do it? Do I hear 25? High of day right now is at 22. Sellers at 20. Come on, come on. Where are those bulls? JG, you in the building today, man. JG, if you're in the building, big shout out. It's rejecting the level again so far, so tapping it, coming back down. This breakout could be very, very strong. It could be sudden, it could be quick. So, you know, we got to stay at the ready. Yeah, we could see like 450 if it's really strong. Waiting patiently. If we get huge buyers at like 415, it could help. Let's say, you know, a couple of like 30,000 tier buyers. CAN is moving up. CAN hitting 413. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It makes a big difference in helping out the channel. I do appreciate all the newcomers, all the new viewers. Once the stocks start to pull back a little bit and the morning slows down, I can watch at the chat a little bit more and answer some questions. So CAN, is this halted? Okay, no, it's not. VIVK still watching, still waiting. I did churn a lot of shares. We got an IPO halted up there, getting called out. It's such a tight flag against this high. I wonder if they're shorting it. It's probably getting shorted hard at 23. I mean, that's my only guess at this point. So if it breaks the level, we might get a lot of short covering, which will fuel the move to the upside. So a big tug of war right here, man. Which way will it go? Based off of yesterday, although we don't, today's its own day. But from looking at yesterday, with the strength that we had, and UTX, I would like to think that the bulls can get it done. But that will be to be determined. There's 16. We got to stay at the ready in case it's a very sudden move. CAN is pulling back. What's the volume like? Well, it looks a little too light on CAN. VIVK also pulling back. My P&L on the day, I'm green, 298. Not the best performance here. Not the best performance, not by a long shot. Is that the saying? I don't know. Something like that. I'm thinking if I should ease it down and reduce size. I mean, I'm not where I want it to be with the momentum that we've had. So I'm thinking if it's best to just reduce size to half right now. This VIVK is having a hard time. I think it's the right thing to do. Yeah, so I'll drop down. So I'll drop down to 1,000 shares on this one. I'll come up top and drop down in size as well. CYN, CYN is like I'm red $60. I'd prefer to be green, $100 or $50, something. And UTX, I missed the initial red to green over the VWAP at 920. It went all the way to 1050 essentially before I really took trades. So, and I missed 2 trades off the lows. One of them a little bit more obvious than the other one, but. And those red to greens, the bounce was so fast. Like, I wouldn't have even had to hold for a minute or two. It's like 30 seconds later, it's up 40 cents. With 1,000 shares, it definitely adds up quickly. Yeah, we're seeing the momentum pulling back. So I think reducing size right here is a good idea. So dropping down. VIVK still needs to break 420. So, in the pre-market opening, we did look at this. We did look at this daily chart. We mapped out these blue lines, and over 415 and 420. That's the level we needed to break to get into this blue sky zone with no resistance. Right, no resistance up here. So came close. A valiant attempt. Smokes but no cigar. Once again. I got way too aggressive there though, man. But I think it was the right circumstance, so I'm not gonna beat myself up too much because all those entries of like 30, what was it, like 405, 408, I'm getting in areas where I feel like the volume is spiking up for a rip right through, versus let's say waiting for 315 or 320 or the stock to break above 320, consolidate, maybe hold the level. So I definitely was churning a lot of shares there, making 5 cents, losing 10 cents, just all over the place. But all of that was in the hopes for the move to just rip right through and seeing that 15, 20, 30 cent gain on the move up from the lows there. But maybe the better approach would have been to size down and just take the entry at like 403 and let it do its thing. instead of getting in and out so many times. Oh, and it's a lot of it is circumstances too, because the way how it was building up from, like, 350, it was just holding the highs and holding, that level to keep pushing higher. So, that also encouraged me to be like getting back in without waiting for a pullback, even though the stock was extended a lot of the times there. There are days where I'm going to be doing that and take losses. So, for those of you who've been around for a long time, you guys know what I'm talking about. Buying, 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 and then the flush comes right there. But you have to accept the risk and know that, there is a potential reward if the move does happen properly. It's bouncing at the VWAP here, so, but volume is decreasing on the 5. So we'll see what it wants to do. It's the second bounce at the VWAP level. Previous high of day levels before the breakout were around 360. The first pullback came to a low of 71. Right at the level. It still looks decent, but we'll have to see. I'd prefer for the move to have happened around 10 o'clock, but sometimes they pull back, consolidate for 40 minutes, an hour, and then, before you know it, we see it hitting the scans again. So I'll get caught up on the chat in the meantime. See what you guys are calling out. See what you guys are saying. And I'll check in on the Discord, of course. For those of you who are new to the channel, right, consider checking out the Discord. I'll post the link here. The Discord, if you're not familiar with that, with what that is, it's an application, right? You can it can be downloaded to your phone. It can even be used through your browser, and it's a chat room, right? It's a free chat room that we have here. So I would usually stream for 2 hours every day. Once the stream is over, we're in the Discord, sometimes till, late at night, chopping it up, talking. We're back at 9:44 a.m. entry. I mean, it's always hard to tell because, hindsight is so 2020. 403 is the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, by the way. Let's see how it does here. We got a high of 07. It seems to be holding. Is it getting ready? It seems to be holding. Let's see. Might be getting ready here, VIVK. But I'll continue to be patient. I need the stock to break 420 and hold above 420 before I get long. So I'm willing to give up 20 cents of, before getting in, because I feel at that level it'll be a little bit more smooth to trade. As we see, it's ultimately pulling back here, so not holding up for long. So from 403, we get a high of 413, 10 cents, and it's back down. Is there something there for a quick scalp? Yes, but we want to see the stock hold the levels a little bit better. Consolidate pretty high. Wedge against the level one more time, and then give the push through. NUTX, not much. CYN to the depths, no good. CYN to the depths. SKYH didn't do much, as we suspected. COSM sinking, selling off like the Titanic, no good. CAN big move up, right back down. AFIB didn't stand a chance. So another tricky day, but I felt like today a little bit more smooth. Yesterday I got saved by VERU. And I'm saying saved because it's like our watch list stocks just didn't do anything. And then VERU came along. It gave a good daily setup, and that got me in the green. Yannick from Haiti, what's going on? We had shout outs from India today, shout out from Haiti. Big up yourself, man. You gotta represent. Daniel calling out TPST. Is that the recent IPO that was halted? There's a recent IPO that was halted up that was called out earlier. Right now, I'm hands off, just being patient, just waiting. If it doesn't get above 420, there's no entries. If we are on the backside of the morning and the momentum is going to start to die out, I gave it a very good attempt. I was aggressive. 298 is not a bad day at all. We'll take it. When I gotta do the recap, man. You know, like a lot of the days, I'm so excited to actually do the recap because like I need to see those fills, man. And then I need to see those areas where, you know, okay, I'm too aggressive, where I need to tone down, because if tomorrow similar momentum comes along, I gotta be more efficient. Kind of got a little too crazy there. So it'll be a good review today. So for those of you watching on who are newer to the channel, right, there'll be a recap where I kind of dissect each trade and, you know, see what I can improve upon for the next trade, the next stock, really. Raul asking, since I've sized up, what's my max loss now versus my previous max loss? My max loss is a little subjective, right? I've always mentioned this. I've never really had a specific number as my max loss. But I do have a line in the sand that I don't cross. It's like an artificial line that I have in my head. And it varies a lot depending on the day and the circumstances of the day. Let's say I start the day as we're curling back up, so I'll put my hands on the buy button just in case it does start to move up fast. Let's say I start the day with 1,500 shares and I lose 50 cents like immediately on my first trade, and I'm down $700. Now, $700 is a lot of money to be down, but you know it's still in my realm, and so I would do damage control. Okay, big red start, right? Can I reduce size and, you know, trade some more A quality setups that might be coming along to reduce the losses? Because I believe in trading the day in its fullest, right? And I walk away when the momentum tells me it's time to walk away. And if my P&L is struggling and there is still good momentum, I'll say, okay, at this point, what I'm doing is not making sense. We have to stop and come back tomorrow. So depending on the day, right? And to kind of finish that bit of an example, it's like I still feel that even though I start a day deep in the red, that there's opportunities coming. You know, it's like, why leave in the first 5 minutes? I had no idea what the rest of the day had to offer. You know, we could have had a stock go up 100%. We could have had small pullbacks here and there. So my max loss varies, and I wouldn't really recommend this for beginner traders. It's more so once you gain experience, you kind of know when you're at your limit, you know. But if you're having troubles with your emotions and that type of thing, it's probably better to just have a hard number. That's your number. There's days where I'm down $50 and that's my max loss because I fought so hard throughout the day and I just couldn't get it done. It's like, why continue? That's my line in the sand. That's like, you know, hey, that's it. So here we go again at 11. It's very resilient, this stock, right? VIVK. We need high of day volume right here. Is that too much to ask for? We need a 5-minute candle to give about 8 million shares to get over this level of 420. If we do, There's room to 659. 16, and then it's back down a bit, but we're seeing buyers coming in at 10. This is why I'm waiting and not taking any trades in this range, because it's I think it'll be choppy. Once we break 20 and we hold 20 and we don't get that false breakout, I think it's game on. So here we go. 20, but back to 13. We need those short sellers to cover, man. What is it going to be? 30. Can we hold? Can we hold? Can we hold? Take the long at 26. I got a high fill there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that short squeeze. Wow. That volume is heavy, man. Hard to read the time and sales up there at 40, but let's keep watching. I could have done better with a longer hold there, but at least we made something over those two trades. Look at that. I think it has room to keep going, so I'm watching 50. If it continues to hold 30, I'll take it long right here. Quick green. Watching for that break of 40. And the fills for me are kind of high today, man. I know it's a very liquid stock. Lots of volume pushing through. My fills aren't the best fills. I think 30 would have been great for a trade off the lows to just hold it right here to see the breakout. But I missed the entry. Bid at 40. Let's see. Are we going to start to open up? Can we break and hold the level of 50? I have to capitalize properly, man, efficiently if it keeps going. I feel very good right now, though. I feel like really great. Like I feel very calm compared to the first 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, I was very excited, feeling a little nervy. Right now, I feel very calm. Can we break 50? If this dips down to 20, I'll take a trade off the lows, by the way. But it has to hold above 20. If I'm long at 20, 21, 22, my stop will be about 15, 16. I'll give it about 6 cents for the curl right back through 30, 35. If it pulls back to 20, which I think it might. Might be a very good trade off the lows here. If 30 breaks down, I think we'll see that drop down to 20. And because the resistance was so strong, it'll become really good support. So once again, for those of you who watched those two videos of the support levels, let's see how it plays out here if it does come down. It might happen because it's taking a while to break this level at 50. Once it comes down there, or if it does come down, let's see, 45. The only thing to watch out for is like a flush, which, being that we broke the level, I don't think a flush is going to really happen. $25 the low right there, but a quick bounce. Can we come down to 20, 21, 22? Waiting for that selling pressure right here. Come on. A little lower. I'll be patient. A little lower, a little lower. It's hitting 25. I want that flush of red to come so we can get to 22, 23 for the entry. 25. 25 might have been the lowest we're going to go there. Maybe I'm a little too aggressive for that entry. Alright, so 45 are going to be levels to watch if it curls back up here. I'm a little too aggressive for 22, 23. It's not going to pull back as much. Probably could have took 25, indeed. Man. It's not good that I'm missing that trade. Let's see what it does here. 30. Can it bottom out? It's not. Not good. Not good, not good. It might flush down some more. Come on. This is not a good sign. I think that's the day. I think that's the day. BK, you're all out. Are you heading out too? Alright, take it easy, stay safe, stay green. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll ease off and kind of just become a spectator at this point. CYN, good call out there from Arcane. CYN is back up. This needed to hold above 20 for me, man. I'm not liking this drop here. You know, what's the difference? Like I'm pretty sure you know, right after the stream, Steve is gonna call me and we're gonna talk about the day. And we're gonna talk about this same trade here. What's the difference between 22 and 25? It's 3 cents. And the profit target is back to 40. What is 3 cents difference? It hit 25 3 times. I should have been long. From 25 to 40 is 15 cents. I could have adjusted my stop. It could have been a nice quick scalp off the lows. Or even if I had sold half, stopped out half, stopped out break even with the other half. But it's all good. Next time, right? Next time. KB asking what are the changes that I made. If we go back to Q4 of last year, Q4 I did well. And I was taking a lot of trades off the lows. A lot of trades off the lows. Support trades. And, you know, they were working out well for the most part, right? As long as I was following it properly, the strategy, right? Waiting for the right criteria. I was holding longer in the trades. And so, you know, I was still scalping. And I started to hold longer in my scalps. Now, I don't know if it's full, because of the trades off the lows, but back then holding longer in the scalp trades was working out relatively well. And, you know, we were seeing bigger moves, these type of things, you know, like holding for an extra 10, 15 seconds. Extra 20 seconds even at time. I was watching back some of those videos yesterday. I mean, it's so crazy how different I was trading versus like the very quick scalps, right? So in January, February, holding that extra 10, 15 seconds was not working. Not at all. Well, can't say not at all because I was green and red. Green and red, it's like it was on and off, on and off. And, you know, it just came down to, hey, you know, we're looking back at the videos. You know, I'm talking to Steve, I'm talking to Marcelo, and, you know, they're telling me, man, like, you know, when we look at the trades and we're in initially, right, that first push of green is coming. We see it. We see it all the time. You know, we're green a couple cents, 4, 5, you know, 5, 8, 10 cents, 15 cents sometimes. And are you going to take it, right? Are you going to take it, or are you going to hold another 30 seconds looking for that 20, 30, 40 cent move, which a lot of the times is not happening. And that was the ultimate adjustment over the last couple of weeks. If you guys go back to my trading, like, summer 2021, I mean, anything before that, the quick scalps are what I was doing. And, a lot throughout that area, there was a lot of talks of me trying to get to that next level and grow and evolve. And, part of that, for me was holding longer. And, the strategy is so delicate, man. The strategy, the smallest thing you could change in the strategy, and then just like that, you're losing it. You're losing your edge. And so the number one thing for me that I'm realizing to scale this strategy is just big size and faster executions, which, we know Lightspeed has to offer. So big size, faster executions, and just keep the trades just as quick, just as short, versus trying to hold longer, or because then it becomes a different strategy if you really think about it, right? What is scalping? Scalping is using big share size and taking a couple of cents every time, versus, hey, using big share size and holding for a minute in a scalp trade. Like, that's no longer a scalp trade. That's something else. That something else might be out there and might be working, but it's not quite what the strategy is. So that's kind of been the adjustment. Yeah, man, Lightspeed will be the way, man. Lightspeed will be the way. Today I felt the slippage. I felt the slippage today. Today the slippage was in there, man. I'll ease down though. That's it for the aggressive trading. Because of yesterday, I want to say that I'll come back if something is hitting the scans very aggressively, but we know how it is. The number one thing with trading is consistency, whether it's with pre-market, the open or the close, or just going the distance. You have to be consistent every day. If you're not, then of course when days like yesterday come and we have NUTZ, of course you're going to miss the move because we're not there, right? And so for me, it's always been, if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. And so, that's kind of how I've been rolling, because a lot of the first hour will dictate for me what the rest of the day means. And so on a day like today, we're green, $386. It's a very solid day. I don't have a daily goal either. It's kind of like just do your best every day. And I tried my best. I feel like I tried my best. And this happens to be the P&L. So, I do have in my mind that and over time the numbers will tell me this. Sometimes, majority of the times when I come back, I'll lose money. Now, I haven't tracked the metrics enough to know if I'm net green or red, but let's say out of 5 days, if I come back 3 times, I might be red. The other 2 times I'll be green. I could still be net green over those days because of the different size in the losses versus the gains, but I haven't really tracked that. But I do know majority of the times I'm red when I come back. For example, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Monday I'm green $60 at the end of the stream. I come back, I'm red 70 in the recap. It's a $130 turnaround. It's not good. Friday I was red $2 at the end of the stream. At the recap I was down 15. And I took a decent amount of trades. I was churning shares, so Tuesday came. I'm like, hey, I'm green. There's no way I go back. Of course, the big move happens. So you don't blame yourself for that type of thing. It's just how it is, right? That's just the nature of it all. And so if you're consistent with what you're doing, that's all that matters. So I'll get caught up on the chat, and then we'll take it easy, relax a little bit, and then we'll shut it down around 11:10. Oh, by the way, today we're going to be doing another video, right? Yesterday, we talked about support trades, losing trades at the support levels. Monday, we spoke about winning trades at the support levels. Let me know what you guys might want to see in a video today or tomorrow, right? Or not or, and, that's the word, and, because I'll be doing an extra video every day for as long as I can, until I'm burnt out. Hopefully that doesn't come anytime soon. I'm trying to keep this up for 6 months, I told myself. So let me know in the comments down below there in the stream. Even if you're watching back the video at a later time, you guys can write it down below. Yeah, man, we're pumping the content, man. We're pumping the content. I was telling myself class 3 is a must. So this weekend I'll start working on class 3 when I have more time. Class 3, let's see, I'll try and give myself 5 days to have it done, presentation style, and we'll pick up right there. We'll talk. Class 3 will be, of course, candlesticks and different patterns, right? So it'll be a long chapter because there's a lot of different patterns. I'll have to include live examples, of course, maybe a couple of screenshots. So Class 3 will be out for those people who are beginner traders, newer traders to the community. It's a good guide to follow. To if you're working towards scalping and scalp trades, right? So you guys can see what I do, and if it's something that you think makes sense, maybe you implement some of it. You can see what I'm doing wrong to avoid losing trades and that type of thing. I know that there's people that's watching me every day who will ultimately be better than I am because they dissect my videos so much, and maybe they dissect it more than I do, right? I remember when I used to watch every single content Ross would post. And, I would just wish he had the level 2 open at all times. But, a good broker with short shares, interactive brokers, we hear is pretty decent. Cobra Trading is known for shorts. Or is that Centerpoint? I think that's Centerpoint, actually. Centerpoint is very good, I believe, for short. And having shares available. LMD, just 2 red days for April, so you're killing it with the consistency. Very good stuff. Yeah, Centerpoint is getting called out there. And Cobra, so Cobra is pretty good as well. Created. Great stream again. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it every day, man. Every day. So for those of you who are new viewers, consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on the notifications. Every day, man. Red or green, anything in between. We're keeping it transparent. We're keeping it real. The ups and downs, the mental of a day trader, man. Every day. And I tell people, man, you can't just see a big green day on the recap and then say, let me check this guy out today. You got to tune in every day to hear the thought process and see the discipline that I'm trying to implement at each step to protect myself when we talk about risk. So be sure to hit that thumbs up. Can we get up there to 200 likes? I forgot to mention the like goal earlier. Can we get up there to 200 likes? We have 272, right? 272 people still watching as I'm going up here through the chat. Twin, gonna trade OST. Hope it went well. Let's take a look at that. OST, I never looked at this one. Oh wow, it's still halted. Volume is light. It's a recent IPO. More than likely, volume will come in on the resumption. It's a $16 stock. Or no, $11 stock. If I watch it, I have to use very small size. I don't know, though. It's a long shot. It's a big maybe. I feel like I'm done for the day, though. Float is 8 million. So we'll see. Let's see. Arcane, how can you screen record? OBS is a free screen recording app that I have downloaded. I find it pretty good. There's a good amount of tutorials that's out there. OBS Studio. Very good screen recording software. I like to tell people it's good to screen record and also map your trades, whether it's through Excel, TraderView, or any other platform that's out there that's like for day trading. It helps out a lot when seeing certain things on the numbers side. Yeah, so quickly, Torres, I'm not sure if you're still in the building, but my max loss once again, I know we mentioned it a little earlier, my max loss is always a little subjective and it varies on the different day and the outcome of the day, how the day is transpired. All those things will account to my max loss because we talk about our mental capital, right? We have our tangible capital, which is our cash, but mentally, how are you feeling as the day is going? And this is why I wouldn't recommend it once again for beginner traders. But if you have that discipline level to where you can say, hey, that's it, enough is enough, you'll know each day when it doesn't make sense to keep trading. After 4 years, I come to realize that there are days where and you might just be down $20, Friday was one of those days last week where I just gave it everything I had, and I'm down $2 at the end of the day. I took a break. I said, all right, I recovered a little bit mentally, came back, still nothing. I was like, that's it, you know. So my mental capital plays a big role, and when we do talk about the max loss, it varies from day to day depending on the situation of the day. I'll have to do a full video on that and get my thoughts together properly, write down bullet points, and like explain it very thoroughly so it makes a lot of sense. Because sometimes on the fly, I might be, jumbling it up a little bit. It might not be as clear. Jonathan, it's good to have you, man. Jonathan, so these guys like LMD and Jonathan, I really appreciate them being in the stream because they're trading options on some of the large caps, but they just enjoy the community. They enjoy hanging out, so I definitely appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to check out Marcelo's channel, by the way. Let me get the link here. I'll have to pull the link. Check out Marcelo's channel. Marcelo is another relentless trader, man. Marcelo and I have some big plans, and so we want to continue to grow. He's now started his channel. I gotta call him today, give him some feedback on the channel so far, so he can improve a little bit more. I'll post it in the Discord as well. So check out Marcelo's channel. We're trading a very similar style. I'll post it in the Discord and the stream. LMD, if you're in the Discord there, you can send me your link, man. You can send me the link in the Discord. I'll give it a repost here as well. So if there's anybody who's interested in the options trades, you guys can check him out. He's posting some good recaps every day. Another supporter. Will, if you're watching on, Will, congrats on the green day yesterday, and keep it up, man. Will's Trading Adventure. Will, man, has been a long time supporter of the channel. We have a lot of people who are consistent, though. Arcane is here every day. A lot of you guys are here every day, man. So, I appreciate it. John B, Thomas, Mobile. You guys are here every day listening in. Victor, Loverin, Christopher, Hollywood. And some of you guys have been here for a really long time. Mr. Thoughtful. So I do appreciate all the thumbs up, all the support. OST currently halted, recent IPO, or I guess IPO today, really. What will it do on resumption? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting here. By the way, I do want to mention on this trade that I took on VIVK at the break of 430. I got in at 31, was it, or was it 30? I might have been in at 30, but I wanted the entry 27, 26. That influenced me to sell the trade faster as the move was happening. I think if I got that earlier fill, I would have held it longer for the push to 40. But all in all, it was a good move. We just didn't get the continuation to the upside. It was a good amount of short covering. We had high of day volume. Well, not on the 5 minute though. So we did fall a little short. Wasn't able to get back to those pre-market highs, unfortunately. But that's how it goes. So, we move on, upwards and onwards. Once again, guys, CYN is moving up, and be sure to what was I about to say? I lost my train of thought right there. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I can pull this myself. LMD. Where is it? Well, hold on. Stream. It doesn't allow me to go straight to the channel. There we go. Yeah, here's the link for LMD's channel as well, so you guys can check it out if you're into the options trades and the options recaps. Look at those green days, man, all across the board. 115, 58, 104, 146, 194, 168. Consistency, man. you guys will come to realize for me, and a lot of you probably already realized it, but as long as you guys are part of the community, man, it's like we're one. This relentless trading community. I've gotten so much help from other people in the Discord and the stream. I mean, I've had like the reason I learned how to trade off the lows is because of Troy, man. I don't know if he's watching on, but big shout out to Troy as well. This guy from Dallas who over weeks tried to get on to me, and I'm very cautious because there's a lot of scammers out there and these type of things. And I was like, you know what, let's see what this guy wants to talk about. We ended up texting back and forth for a little bit, then we ended up calling each other, and it's like he kind of opened up my mind to a whole nother world in terms of the trades off the lows. And even to this day, he's willing to you know show me the ropes of options, right? When we do talk about trading options, I mean, he's run me through a lot of things. So a lot of you guys, it's not just one way. A lot of the teaching and just learning and all that stuff is reciprocated well. So as long as you guys are part of the community, man, you guys know it's all about that love, man. And so posting someone's channel, it's not even a problem, man. As long as I see you guys are part of the community, that's all that I need to see. Yeah, Lover, and I know, man. 40,000 shares for $300, not the best efficiency. I got into some over trading when we had this move here around 948. It wasn't good. CYN, do I want to look at it over high of day? I see it's moving up here in my other charting. There's 24, 30. 16, 15, 12. Another topping wick at the highs. It was a decent push through the level though. Over this pivot. Maybe I could have been watching there for a trade. Over 99. Break of 4. Probably could have made back this loss here. I saw it curling up the entire time, but just telling myself I'm done on the day. VLON giving a bit of a bounce. Yeah, guys, don't forget that unless I missed the comments, don't forget, let me know what you guys want to see. I'll go back through previous comments. There's been so many comments of video requests that I'll be doing as well. But let me know what video you guys might want to see on any topic, right? And it could be any topic. Loverin, I would say it's not it doesn't have so much to do with luck, because if there was commissions, my trade style would have been different. I would have been trading very differently. Commissions, commissions on Thinkorswim especially were a problem. 695 in, 695 out. Back when I was trading in a simulation, I was green girls for a few months. I believe like 2 months, maybe 3 months. And the next step was, okay, getting green net, including commissions. And at that time, that was my next biggest hurdle. And then literally the next month, commissions is no more. And so at that time, it was a matter of just getting my account to 25K and starting. So God's timing is what I would say. God's timing, man. But had commissions never went away, or if they do come back, I would have to make the adjustment. There's no question about it. Things would be more difficult, but I think we could do it. There's nothing that we can't do, man. If there's traders doing it now, then I can do it. So, maybe it would be a full year of sideways action before I figure it out, but I would be up to the challenge, man. I'd be looking forward to the challenge every day, and getting it down, even if it means a slightly different trade style, maybe more trades off the lows, bigger share size, fewer trades. I mean, there's different possibilities and different options around it, but if it comes back, I'd be looking forward to the challenge. And or if I switch to light speed, and I see it's something that's a big problem for me, then I'd be looking forward to the challenge always. The good thing about trading is that even if I'm sideways for a year and I'm not seeing any income, I can always, I'm just telling myself this, like I can always go back to the 9 to 5. I mean, I even made that video that I was gonna go back, although I haven't really been applying much, to be honest. Um, there's this thing inside my head that's telling me, the YouTube channel, and trading that time for a job. It's like it's just such a tough decision, man. CYN back up off of another quick flag. The YouTube channel has a lot of potential to become a pretty big income. I mean, right now it already is. It's paying a good amount of money each month. And I would say my views are like baby views. The channel is not like a crazy big channel. So the key, if the channel grows to 50,000 people, 100,000 people, I believe as long as I'm consistent, the engagement will continue to be high. Um, and, there's going to be some sort of like monetary gain there. I'd ask myself, can the YouTube channel pay off a mortgage for me if I'm to buy a house one day, in the future, right? If we talk a couple of years out from now, I think that's doable. CYN, still pushing, still fighting. It's 10:53 a.m. KB, my stats for the first 6 months. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. Hold on. Man, why is this thing pulling up to... Let's take a look. CYN, another flag. This thing, what was the daily chart? It's breaking to the 200 EMA. CYN might just be able to open up some more, It's the kind of stock that I could picture myself coming back at the close, and maybe it's like at 550. It might open up some more. The daily chart is pretty good. But anyhow, let's see. Reports. Calendar. I gotta stop making those noises. 2019. 2018. We didn't have much in 2018. 2019. These days were like I had Robinhood trades, but they were never imported to my TraderView. Those trades, unfortunately, was in my last email, and I lost access to it. A very old account. But these are my stats here. So calendar, where are we at? Calendar, first 6 months. Geez, why am I forgetting? Calendar, 2019 from January. Well, we'll do the entire year, 2019, and then we'll look at the first 6 months. January 1st. 2019, December 31st, details. So I was green 11,000, and let's see. What year was that? 2018. These numbers are from the simulation alone. There's more, and then I forgot. I traded on E-Trade Pro for at least 4 months, or more than that, maybe 6 months, and I was red 4,000. So you can imagine these numbers minus everything by 4,000. June 30th. So at this time in the sim, I was already gaining a lot of I already had a lot of knowledge. A lot of it was discipline, timing, executions. Mondays I'm down 1,900. Tuesdays I'm green. So, Fridays I'm green, red on Thursday, red on Wednesday. When we look at the calendar, reports view, March I had this is so is this beginner's luck? I wouldn't say beginner's luck, but I mean, what was I doing so good in March that I wasn't doing in the other months, Or was the momentum just so good? Was it such a hot month that I was seeing, decent gains. I mean, there's a $500 day here, 350, 320. I've always used about 800 shares, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, uh, when I was in the sim, and so when I went live, it's why, using 1,000 shares wasn't anything like new, It's why recently you guys, the last 6 months I've talked so much about sizing up 2,000, 3, 4,000 shares in the positions. So that was a good month, but we look at January, red, 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 red. What you can see for the most part, it's like I'm trading and I'm not like seeing big blow up losses. I would say it was very controlled. Well, this is a big red. Well, never mind. Shoots, 3 red days of $400. Jesus Christ. Looks like I was getting aggressive on these days. CLDX. More than likely a bigger position and holding longer. That's my guess. April. So we had some big red days there. 3 red days of just huge. Look at this one right here. So you'll see, hey, this is what it is. It's like you look back at this and it's like, damn. But time, time is the ultimate master, man. 675. Way to ruin my good week. Look at this, Okay, tough week 1. Green, red, 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 green. Net. Is that net red? Yeah, net red, I would say. Then great start to the week. Maybe I got too aggressive, too confident, overconfident. Boom. Size down. Good Monday. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. Red, red. 2 small green days. It's like everyone has to go through it, man. You have to go through it before you start to see. I mean, look at this. I think this was my worst month ever, if I remember correctly. Where's that 2,000? There it is, $2,000. This is my biggest loss ever. This month was a very emotional month for me, and it all started Friday. Here's the backstory. So my brother lives in Brooklyn. He comes up to Jersey. We're trading side by side in the living room, and this day I'm pretty sure I was up I think I had like 1 loss to end the day, something like that. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I believe there was some sort of a loss, right, to end the day, and I was triggered. I got triggered emotionally. Where are we at? May. Got triggered emotionally right here, or it might have been this Friday. I don't know. Well, no, the 3rd. Yeah, it was the 3rd. Got triggered emotionally because my brother was saying, "Hey, don't you think it's time to walk away? The momentum is dying out. The momentum on the day is finished." And I think this right here is why I'm like how I am now, really, was this lesson. When the momentum is finished, that's the day. That's the day I can no longer stay in trade. It's why I'm not even really looking at CYN, although, I might have missed something there, but it's like the momentum feels like it's on the backside. So I overtraded, gave back some money, and this month I had a very aggressive goal. It's why even till now I don't set goals, monetary goals. Let's say I'll set short-term goals for like discipline and certain things like behind the scenes when we talk about being better, but I never set monetary goals. And so this month I had a goal. I had a very aggressive goal. I think like 4K. I told myself, and this small over trading here triggered me. And it's like, man, I came in aggressive. Now, guess what? I wipe out all the gains from week 1. Revenge trading 101. Boom. Big size. I remember this day, or one of these 2 days, I'm up 400 in a trade, not taking it off the table because I need more. I need more. Boom, boom, boom. The market correcting me. And I took a day off right here. I'm pretty sure this day I spoke to Freedom Trader, and it was like, man, what a conversation. It was time flies, man. It was like, you gotta act, I don't know. It's like you gotta ask yourself what you're doing, is what you're doing the right thing, and it's like, what you're doing is wrong, but you're doing it anyways. And we know how the emotional side of things, how it plays out. And so I came back, try to get, discipline. And right here, this was a good week. This week I kind of came back, but just, bigger red days. Monday, I'm down 400. And same thing as Friday, the 3rd. I overtraded. And I'm trading this stock that's like 480. Well, no, excuse me. 860, $8.60. And I'm down 500 on a day. I came back. I didn't reduce size. And with my big share size, we could say revenge trading. I went from $5 to $300. Was feeling good about myself. And I took one last trade. And I blinked. I blinked and I looked at level 2, and the level 2 went from 864 to 764 in the blink of an eye. Right there, I X'd out my computer. It's funny looking back at it now. OS, did we get the resumption? OST. I went into another halt. Let me take a quick look here. I went into the backyard and I had to ask myself, what the hell, man? Big move from 11 up there to 17, man. Volume, 95,000 shares. Big halt up. I asked myself, what the hell, man? What the hell? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Over trading. And I realized, this day I realized there's ways to protect yourself, man. When I come back and trade, when we talk about yesterday, not yesterday, Monday, and then Friday of last week. When you come back and trade, you have to use small size, man. There's certain safety nets you can put in place. Now, if you're someone who's very consistent with the afternoon, you're trading the afternoon till the close every day, and you have your rules for yourself, then I think that's good. But for someone like me who's not consistently there every day, it's important to protect myself going into the rest of the day, because the morning for me is primarily where I'm the strongest. And it's where I'm most consistent. I think that's the word, most consistent. The first hour, the first 2 hours. So anything after that, we could say somewhat uncharted territory. And so I can't be going into the unknown with max share size. If I want to come back, and now my discipline is much higher. If I want to come back and say, okay, let's see if we can't make an extra $50. That's fine. Right? That's fine for me and who I am now. But back then, it's I never used to think about it in that way, like smaller size and all that stuff. You take a $2,000 loss. And you did all these red days. I was very tied to the simulation emotionally. I had no disconnect. When I came live, there was no difference for me. I was very fortunate to have my mindset be able to mesh with it. I know that's a big barrier for a lot of people. So I've been a losing trader, guys. I've been a losing trader, and this is why now you guys will see me taking losses, and it's all right, especially if it's an A quality trade. I think Thursday or Friday of last week, that 5-minute bull flag, I'm up 175, it fails miserably. I go to being red $50. It's why it's completely okay. I've had to learn to accept the loss, take the lesson from the loss, and move forward. It's not personal. It's really not personal, right? Because it's if you let it bother you, it'll drive you to the breaking point, and we don't know what that might mean for that could mean blowing up an account. It can mean so many different things, and we don't want it to affect our personal lives. We want to be able to sit here, trade for a few hours, and still go about our business. Whether it's being a good coworker in the workplace, being a good spouse, being a good sibling, being a good relative to, if you're living with an extended family or whatever it might be. You don't want trading to change your daily routine. It's on my red days, I'm still going to the gym. You can't feel sorry for what has already happened. You have to take the lesson and look to apply it moving forward. So that's the new thing I've been saying in the opening. Let the discipline compound. What we've learned all these weeks ago, these months and years ago, we still remember it today. Even if you have to write down a wall of rules and you read them at the end of each week to remind yourself what not to do, you know, because it's all about reducing the amount of mistakes we make. We make mistakes over and over, but can we reduce the frequency in those mistakes? So, you know, we got to use it as motivation, as encouragement. And it's why even now I'm still feeling like I can do better, you know. My best month in the simulation was December 2019. A lot of red days in this one. Big loss here. And when we go back to the detailed section, I should have been talking and kind of looking at all of it. Where's that? Where's that? There we go. There it is. So started off green. Back here, I remember this, you know, part of why I don't hold into halts. Right now, the only way I hold into a halt is if I have a big cushion on the day and if I have a great cost basis going into the halt level. Why don't I hold into halts? I had a very awful experience holding into halts in the past. Like, you know, you're in and the halt is resuming 50 cents lower. You're in there with full size. It just was awful, man. Completely awful. Green, red, green again. And all of this is just, you know, I'm not a disciplined trader, so there's no consistency. Red, and when we continue on, you know, it's like I start to gain a better control of my emotions. You know, we go to September, you know, we start to curl back up. And I start to gain much more of a sense of what it means to be disciplined. So all these losses were necessary. You know, and once again, add on 4K to this because I was red in E-Trade. Add 4K to this, right? Down 4K. Robinhood, I was actually green over 3 months or 4 months, about a couple $100, I think, because we had a very lucky trade, my brother and I. We got long into MYOS, I believe, or it might have been APOP, I don't know. But I didn't know then, but now I know it was a gap and go, and it got halt. It went into the open, squeezed up into a halt, opened up higher, and that was a $1,600 trade. I mean, shoots, man. Talk about the amount of risk that, looking back, I was taking on, and not having the experience. It's why, you know, you guys will hear me now recommending small size, because, you know, what's the point of being down 900 when you could be down $9? You know. That might sound like an overstatement, but you know, it's like we gotta really challenge ourselves to do what's right. You know, I made 27,000, lost 24,000, and as we go on, we start to see a little bit more consistency. So it's all of this is why my trade style is like how it is now. You know, July of 2020, you can see it's just slow and steady. Let's see, August of 2020. Wait, why are we not moving? It's not moving. Am I doing something wrong? I don't think so. Calendar, reports. Or maybe I was just flat. Man, that's probably what it was. It's probably just flat. Break even. All of these months, you know. When we talk about July, well, let's see. Looks like we had $1,000 day there. Let's see. 2019. Hold on. Let's clear this out. We got to clear that out and refresh it. We come back to 2019. Well, it's measuring everything here. We can limit from the upside down. But December, I want to touch on this. December, this is my best month ever, man. Ever, even live, even after I've been live. This month, and it's why I know I can be so much better. Like, I can be so much better, man. This month was an absolute killer month for me. 3 red days. This was an absolute beast week. Beautiful green days. Guys, you know, it's all about time, man. We put in the time. I know I've kind of been answering this question for a really long time. And we see the equity curve. We're down. Green, red, red, and then we start to get that discipline. And you can see this equity curve here. When we go back to 2019, November 2019, there's still a lot of red days, you know. There's still a lot of red days. mixed in. When we come to 2020, there's still a lot of red days, red days. This month was a very interesting month for me. This month I took no trades because I was trying something, right? I was like, okay, I wanted to go live and my account was very close. It was building up. And I ultimately decided, okay, I had a setback in my 25K. I ultimately decided to watch on and not take trades to see how I could gain knowledge from the perspective of a coach on the sidelines versus a player in the game. This is dedication, you know? This is dedication right here, man. I don't know if there were other factors. Maybe there were. I don't know. I can't remember. But I remember that being part of the process. Or maybe there might have been something that was preventing me from trading, and I looked at it in that point of view so that it didn't, you know, I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But anyhow, watching on for so long, it's like you start to gain a different sense of things. It's like there's so many trades that come along where I'm like, I would have been long there, but you see it was a losing trade. It was losing trade. You start to realize you got to be more patient. Wait more. Wait for more confirmation. April comes along. We start trading again. Nice $700 days there. I mean, this is really good. 7, 11. So I've been having big green days for a long time, man. You know, and so when we talk about getting to that next level, man, is this this is not accurate right here. This is some, I don't know what it is. TraderView was having issues at this time. Like SPI wasn't a stock that I had traded, but it was showing up as down 3K. I have no idea why that was happening. So some of the P&L was like thrown off because of that, adjusted whatever they had. Yeah, so things were good though. Things were pretty good. I don't know if these were live trades. Yeah, these might have been live trades. So we could remove this May and June. I don't know if I might have made the mistake of importing live trades because I believe I went live at that time. So from April is where we cut it off. And check the metrics again. 2020, April 30th, filter, and detailed. This is the simulation. So from red to green, minus an extra 4K here to start. So I'm basically starting from here, right? Coming up a little bit, red. So what this final number is, 19,000 minus 4,000 from that. And that's where I finished off in the sim before going live. You can see my accuracy was much lower. Yeah, we definitely could have been much better. $74 a day average gain. And I was importing my metrics on an aggregate sum versus per execution. So these numbers will look a little different. Keep that in mind. So when we log out and log back in, and we can check. Let's see, reports view. Let's see if I did import live trades by accident. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, 159. Okay, so let's check live. Let's sign out and sign back in. Okay, so this is my actual account now. Reports 2019. Well, 2020. Yeah. So, and don't worry, once again, Friday, that Friday, I don't know why, hold on, is it the same month? Where are we at? That Friday is not showing, I don't know why. June, May. These are trades from E-Trade or Thinkorswim. As the account was, let me pull up. I want to do dual. Let's open up an incognito window here. Incognito. Hold on. Let me sign in again. I want to look at this. TraderView. Okay, perfect. Reports view. time, calendar, 2019, 2020. I took trades on Friday. It looks like I took trades. June, July, May. Friday the 1st of May 2020. It's not imported. I know I didn't have a $3,000 red day though. That's for a fact. 315, 180, 255. AMTX, it's saying I'm up 1,300, which I don't think is the case. One of it is saying adjusted. Like if I can I get dual screen? It's probably not going to give me dual screen because of how the monitors are right now. These are the trades for that day. SPI adjusted 3,000. Not sure what that is. MTX. I don't remember 25,000. Like I don't remember this type of. I don't know. It's not imported here on the live side though. Now, for me to get access to this day, I don't know what that'll take because my account number has changed like 3 or 4 times since. But it is interesting though, at the very least. Can we see everything here? Reports view. Okay, let's hit back. Back. Detailed. Yeah, I'm not sure what that day was all about. I'd like to get to the bottom of it though. Detailed. Calendar. Come on. Well, I might have to go to full screen. There we go. Reports view, calendar. So yeah, I'm not sure what that day was all about. But I would love to investigate this. Did I have a $1,300 trade there? AMTX 2 years ago. What's the date? May 1st, 2020. Let's see. What the hell, man? Come on. There we go. Detail. Is it going to show charting? Move up. Move down. AMTX. Control. Well, that looks like a daily chart. Position. Running P&L. What's this going to show? Oh, never mind. Price action. I mean, we can. I want to find out because I don't remember having a $3,000 red day. That's for a fact. That would have been noted. But let's see if I can pull this up on the actual charting. AMTX. I don't know if it'll go back that much. Let's look. The daily chart. Let's start with the daily chart. Let's see. And hopefully we didn't have a lot of reverse splits or else it might be hard to tell. June. May 1st, 2020. So let's see. We had a low of 75 cents. Remember I mentioned stocks going from 70 cents to like $1.50? Look, there's 2 examples right here. Although it didn't hold up. Low of 60, high of 152. Low of 75, 172. So there was some momentum that day, it looks like. I don't know why I would have a big red day and not import it. That doesn't make sense for who I am. I'll call in and see though if they can go back and check it. It'll be good to report. The adjusted P&L though I know for a fact is not true, but the green on AMTX of 1,000 could be. I don't know. It's so long ago. I mean, I don't know. SPI. What does this say? Let's see. Control. There's an entry. Well, I can't really tell from that. Yeah, this is not really saying anything. Buy, sell. I mean, it doesn't. Why I was going short? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Was I going short? I don't know. Maybe that's why I didn't import it, because it was like skewed or something. I don't know. I do remember at times TraderView had issues with the metrics being messed up, like adjusted P&Ls. I don't know. Something along those lines I know had happened in the past. So this is the metrics minus the last 2 months, right? Seems like I might have imported by accident to the wrong account when we look at May of 2020. So I feel like I'm missing an extra green day, you know. It's like, so my metrics, my total numbers to this point are skewed to some degree, right? This is a net green day. That would be nice. I mean, we do see it's like separated down here. I don't know. But yeah. So that was the metrics in the sim. Very long review there. Might have been a whole monthly recap itself. Jeez. But yeah, this is a good example for stocks that were AMTX, stocks that were going from 50 cents or so, below $1, coming up and breaking the level. It used to happen so often back here. And then out of nowhere, it just stopped happening. We had one on Monday, and then since then, that's been it. VERU to the moon. Daily continuation. Not quite. Curled up a little bit. But it's 11:30, guys. I think this is where we shut it down. It's been a good day. You know what I think happened? I remember exactly what happened. When I uploaded these first 2 days to the TraderView, I told myself I wanted to have a fresh TraderView now that I'm live. That's exactly what it was. So I signed up with my new email, the Relentless Trader email, I believe, and had started import. So I had to re-import the first 2 months, which would make sense. Some trades in the sim. Yeah, back then I would trade in the sim and then my live account, or I think I would start the day, because you know, when I was building up to the 25,000, I didn't have the 25,000 as one block. It was like my account went from like 0 to 5 to then 8, then 14, then 18, then 22. It was stuck at 22 for like weeks, I think, and then finally it jumped to 26,500 bucks to start. I believe that next day is when I had changed. I don't know. I've done it so many times. When we go to YouTube, that's why I changed my account number, because that day I kind of showed everything. Like I wanted the people to see my balance, right? Because it was like a big day. So I'll find that video. Relentless Trader. Da, 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 da. 27,000, 26,000. $26K. It's not showing up. Maybe I privated the video. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I think it's still on the channel. Let me take a quick look here before I shut it down. Stock related. Where are we at? This stream turned into me just looking around at stuff now at this point. Let's see. How many people do we still have watching on? 160 people. Let's see. Let me find this video here. Relentless topics. I believe it's in one of these playlists. Stock related. Maybe I took it off. Maybe I took it down. No, there it is. There it is. There it is. This is the day I had went live. Right? Hence, of course, why I had to change my account number, but I wanted to show the audience that, you know, it was boom, 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 time to go. 27,360 was in the account on that day. So look at the channel back here, man. Oh my god, wow. 400 subscribers. Guys, we've come a long way. We've come a very, very long way. I had vidIQ. vidIQ, definitely not necessary. From 400 subscribers going live. Man. I was in the sim. Was this my first day in my Relentless Trader account? Wow. The memories, man. The memories. Or my first couple of days, I don't know. Memories. Let me not start singing here before people start unsubscribing. Anyhow, guys, that's gonna do it. Yeah, that video is listed as private, so it'll make sense. Only I can see it. That's why it didn't pop up. Yeah. So, you know, in order for, like, on my account right now, you'll see that, like, the, what is it called? The numbers here on the side are, like, dotted out, right? That's why. Yeah, that'll do it for the stream, guys. I'm kind of, you know, overdoing it, I guess. It's 11:30. It's time to get out of here. But yeah, check out the be sure to check out the videos that I made recently in terms of support trades. It was pretty good. We did some examples, and it's gonna be very good to, you know, get back on those trades as we see more consistency and follow through and through as we go on. So look forward to more trades off the lows, and we'll continue to be aggressive with the scalps, although we don't want to get overly aggressive. So final P&L, here's all of the trades on the day. Long list of trades, long list of trades there, and 386.59. We'll be taking it, we'll be walking away, and we'll see what the rest of the day has in store. I'll be back maybe around the power hour to check in on things if things are going good. Maybe I could use some very small size, 300-400 shares if something is moving up. But other than that, that's the day. You know, I'm gonna go take a quick break, get some breakfast, and then start making the next video. The recap, in fact, yeah, the recap will be out early today. I'll try and push for that 2 o'clock recap. So I'll catch you guys. It's been Relentless Trader. It's been a good day, and I am, of course, signing out. Well, where's this thing, man? Jeez. I guess I'm not signing out yet. Where is it? There we go. Okay, now I'm signing out. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you tomorrow.